it's important to support your local library. So I gave you to the Carnegie Library, not the Carnegie Library. It's Carnegie when it's in Pittsburgh. His granddaughter said that's what they say.
Do I sew the rest of this by myself?
Yeah, see, they say if you don't use it at least 200 times, it's worse than a single-use plastic bag. So,
well, I would like to wish you the very best on your upcoming nuptials. Now, I will
news
not.
to me.
I will not be going to the wedding. I'm washing my hair that weekend.
Well,
However,
I'm glad you left a trail of glitter the entire
Well, we'll
way.
put the Roomba up here and have the take care of it. What's your Roomba's name?
R2D2.
You named the room. That is so no, you didn't.
Did.
Next time.
Hit the button.
Thirds.
Hit the button.
Hit the button. I'm
gotta
so
talk.
ashamed.
Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of Ugly Thirds. Today's topic is
Being disappointed in Phil. That's what the topic is.
most obscure Jersey Showdown. John and Shrems, take it away.
I can't believe he named it R2D2.
That's so basic.
You don't even know who RG2 is.
I don't. It's that
You
little
are
trash can from the movie, right? The Star Trek
You're
movie?
So wow.
Okay.
Okay, you explain this prom because I didn't like this one.
Obscure in my mind is there's a jersey that took place and most people have forgotten its existence. Now, we've done this with most forgotten. What's in there, to me, is relatively obscure. I imagine I'm going to get thoroughly manhandled in this because what you're wearing is incredibly obscure.
Right, so they wore this for 1 year when the 75th anniversary of switching to the name Maple Leafs. They wore Toronto St. Pat's jerseys for 1 year, and it's a Taidomi. And even my father's like, "Is that a Whalers jersey?" And I'm like, "No, it's not a." I thought he'd know better.
Says it on the front.
Right.
Mine is not necessarily a one-game jersey. My second choice, I chose this because this is one that people tend to forget about, but it just wasn't worn all that much over X amount of years that it was. But I opted for a one-game jersey on mine.
See, here's where I struggled because I could go stupid obscure, and again, keeping NHL, right? But I have throw you some Oakland Seals stuff, or the Philadelphia Quakers, or my Pittsburgh. I wore that Pittsburgh Pirates jersey to the Hockey Hall of Fame, and everyone asked me if I just came from the Blue Jays game. They thought it was a baseball uniform at the Hockey Hall of Fame. Now that said, all those are from Retro
20s?
Sports.
Is that
the 1925. With Lionel Conacher, a Hall of Famer on the back.
Of course.
But they did. But those were all from Royal Retros. Those aren't officially licensed NHL products, as far as I understand. So I'm like, okay, I won't push that button. And then I had my Brooklyn American sweater, and I'm like, am I pushing too far on even that?
For the people watching, and even the people that aren't watching, you are so far beyond that point in time. I kept it more modern.
And that's what I had to keep it something modern.
Sure.
If it's a one-off game, is that really gonna? So and the other thing is that Philadelphia Flyers jersey, the Reebok one, where I'm like, you thought it was this black jersey? No, you meant this black jersey. And then people even commented like, yeah, I forgot that existed.
Sure.
But that's not mine; it's Phil's. So and we also used that exact line before, so I didn't do that. But I think we need to do this.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I don't need to get a
You start
reference
first.
jersey.
You're going to be very surprised at how much gold glitter is on your face right now. But I digress.
I'm thinking over here.
Okay. Because in 03-04, they I know what this is. I know that they wore the vintage series patch, and I'm pretty sure in Montreal did wear these for a few games. This specifically is the Heritage Classic held at the Edmonton's CFL Stadium against the Oilers. Right? I did not realize the numbers were one color on the sleeves. That blows my mind. But okay, The difference is the collar. It's the 50s collar. It's a direct throwback to the 1950s.
Right.
Uh,
if you're looking at it as a casual fan, you're not going to notice any other differences from what they were wearing that season as opposed to the Heritage Classic.
I was this close to using the 91-92 Montreal jersey.
Nice.
Because no one knows the difference of that. To the point where I've sniped them on eBay because people didn't know it was different than the Canadiens, any other Canadiens jerseys. I was that close to using that.
I like this because, one, it's a game that was important at the time, but now is so overshadowed and overrun because we have 3 or 4 outdoor games a year.
Yeah.
Not to say this was the original, because it wasn't the original outdoor game.
That was the 91 game between the Kings and Rangers. That was Messier and Gretzky
Vegas.
out in Vegas.
Or if you want to go back to the 50s when the Red Wings played the Prisoners.
Yeah.
But if we're talking in the modern era, the regular season game, not a preseason stunt in Las Vegas, this was an outdoor game that most people forget about because it wouldn't be for another 6 years until you would see another one.
Yep.
2008, 5 years. 2008.
Agreed.
And now we're just so inundated, and the expectation is that we're going to have an outdoor game. And Heritage Classic isn't every year.
No, it's whenever they feel like it. So give Canada a game.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have one this year in Edmonton. In Edmonton? I think so.
I think so. Or Saskatchewan, maybe?
It's Edmonton and Calgary. I know that.
Okay.
So.
Okay. My favorite thing about this, completely off topic.
Other than the Doreen, because the Doreen fabric is spectacular.
It's nice and dense, isn't it? Ty Conklin started for Edmonton in this game.
Right.
He started an outdoor game for Pittsburgh at the 2008 Winter Classic, and he started the 2009 Winter Classic as well. Guy played 3 straight outdoor games.
I was really hoping they'd trade him to St. Louis right after that so he could be in that next one, but
get
it
it done.
Never happened. So.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go for
Phil,
yours
I might
now.
actually need you to run and get a reference jersey in a moment because I know you can get out.
Oh, yeah, I can get out.
You can.
Thank you. The Atlanta Thrashers. Inaugural Atlanta Thrashers.
No.
Really?
And that's why I'm going to need Phil to go grab my Thrashers jersey in the other room. Should be all the way by the window. This is the Reebok Edge one. This came after. So you remember all the little changes, like the Flyers got butchered and the Leafs lost their stripes?
Yes.
Well, this is the Reebokified version of the Thrashers original jerseys. And it is different in the
It's got the
pipe. Yes, that's exactly the one I needed. Phil did a good thing. Note here. Pull out those sleeves.
Oh.
Note the kitchen, the apron piping, or in lack thereof. Hemline stripe, nothing.
Those are beautiful.
These are beautiful. This is a dumb knockoff.
There has to be, I mean, just a couple of years. But
actually, Phil, that's one I might need you to look up.
Now I'm second guessing whether or not the one that I have is correctly.
I know this is. If I ever get this done, it's going to be a Mark Recchi. I know that.
Oh, Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a good one? Who remembers him there?
So
not this one. Well, okay. Wait, how long they wear this one? It should be their first and the second picture, I would imagine there. Maybe the third one. Yeah.
So I like this obscure in the sense of the game.
For CCM?
Well, yes. Until Reebok, they wore this until Reebok.
Okay, Reebok was what, 06?
Yeah, 07, 08.
07, 08.
It looks like 1999 to 2003. They look.
Okay, so 99 to 07, so 8 years of that, and then scroll down.
That's it, 07, 08.
07 to 11. 07 to 11 for this. Because that's just it. I was going to pick the North Stars. It looks like the Dallas Stars, but it just says Stars, no Dallas.
That's
no
a good
shoulder.
one.
Because no one remembers that's the Minnesota North Stars.
Right.
But that also is how ticky-tacky between, there's no Texas things and no Dallas. The only reason that isn't truly ticky-tacky is because it's a different team.
Yeah.
It wore it for 2 years in Minnesota, then moved. And even then in Dallas, it was that for a year before they started adding the bells and whistles.
You know what I was anticipating you doing? That one-off Oilers jersey with the yolks.
I knew you'd think that, which is why I couldn't.
So we have a case of more of a
did you remember this existed? Because it's obscure.
Right.
What's the fine line between obscure and forgotten? Like,
Sure.
Really and truly. Like,
Sure.
that's really... So, is this more obscure than this because of this was a one game
That's fair.
and this is simply forgotten?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. We kind of went off. Your second is the same as my first
I like
in
that.
that same thought process.
There is
And then-
gold glitter everywhere.
Everywhere.
I am so sorry I've done this. This is what you get for getting married.
So again, this is up to you in the comments. That's your job. Let us know who won this one. Is it John with Atlanta? Is it Trems with Montreal? Which is the better one? What's your thoughts? Because again, I would have went to some random Oakland Seals thing or further back because I'm that kind of person. How do you square this? What would you have said for the most obscure NHL jersey? I guess it's going to wrap it up for us. He's Trems. I'm John. Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell so you get notifications of new videos being posted. And tune in for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
It's so
It's
much
the, it's
so
the
much
glitter on the bottom of the bag. Who does that?
That's so much glitter.